celebration for Black History Month. So we're very, very excited we can be back live. Last year we did virtual events. So we're very, very happy to be all together again and be able to have the Plantation Singers with us tonight. We are here with our Mayor, Will Haney, and he's going to come up and say a few words here for us, and then we'll have our commission.
Suzette's here with me. Many of y'all know her from her years of teaching at Jenny Moore. And we already knew this was going to be a very exciting night because as we pulled into the parking lot, the biggest coyote I've ever seen tried right in front of us. So nothing to be afraid of, but keep your eyes open. You know, Mount Pleasant, we're not just suburbs, we have wildlife here. We have some ecosystem left, and we're going to try to protect it with green space. Thank you all for being here for us tonight. Plantation Singers. The town is a proud sponsor of this and those who serve on our historical commission. We treasure our history. We have to know where we've been, to know how we got to where we are, and we use that to change us and make us better for where we're going in the future. Last week at Town Hall, we had a great presentation of four, I'll call them experts, talking about the Reconstruction era, and that is the period during which our settlement communities were established, and they are still huge to us today. They are part of the living history of Mount Pleasant and all of eastern Cooper, and if you don't know about them, learn more about them. And so tonight we get to hear the music that has been part of our culture, of where we live for all of us. And I'd ask you all to remember not just the good times and the happy times and the blessings, but think of those that sang these songs when they were striving to just be recognized as full citizens of our country and members of our community, as children of God and the people who lived under the Constitution of this country. So let this music bless you, let it give you some reflection, and let's go out of here tonight better people and a better community for it. And I want to thank Deb Sutherland, who is the chair of the Historical Commission, for bringing all this together, and let her recognize the members of that commission.
Welcome, and I'd like to echo Kate Miller's comments earlier this evening. We're just really pleased that so many people are here. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedules to really commemorate history, and to all of you for being here. We're really very, very pleased and honored that you're here tonight. And I would like to introduce, we've got two other members of our commission that are here tonight. Pam Gabriel. Wave, big wave. There you go. Bill. Wave. Committee chair within our commission, who was responsible for putting together the event from last weekend about Reconstruction, which was absolutely fascinating. So we look forward to a couple of more events this month. I hope that you can join us. And at this time, I would like to introduce Colonel Matt Chandler. Colonel Chandler is a Citadel graduate, and he is also a former historical commission member. And in 1999, he was an integral part in really recognizing the spiritual as the official state music. And he's going to tell you a very brief story about how he used a boombox to sell this whole idea. So, Colonel, take it away.
I'm not going to say boombox for a damn good. All right, bear with me just a second. So, yeah, the long story is very long, so I'll keep it brief. When I initiated the spirituals with the state music, I was called to testify before one of the subcommittees. And so I'm like, well, I don't know if these senators, state senators, would be interested in hearing the spirituals or not. I didn't know what kind of time frame I had. And so, but anyway, I thought it better be ready. 1998, 1999 was when all this took place. So I went by Burke High School. Vivian Jones, good friend of mine, in the work blue notes, acapella group. I said, Vivian, I need some spiritual songs. Like 3 of them. I dropped off a cassette tape. She said, go have some lunch. You know, Colonel, go have some lunch. And I did. Came back, headed to Columbia. And sure enough, testified before the committee to justify why it should be official state music in South Carolina. And one of the senators up there said, listen, I thought I was on the time frame, but one of the senators up there said, you gonna play some music for us? And Mr. Chandler said, if you like. They listened to every song in its entirety. And then I thought, and then the committee chair said we were ready to vote for Darrell Jackson. I don't know who did that. Anyway, I got up and started to walk out. But they said, no, you stay here if you want. And so I was like, well, okay. I was holding my breath. It was unanimous. So anyway, that's what happened. And so we do have official state music as a spirit. So I'm honored to be here tonight. Annette asked me to tell you a little bit about spirituals, and as well as introduce Nick. It takes a big book to introduce us to Plantation Singers. They are fantastic. I call them lighting plantations. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, a celebration of Black History Month would not be complete without a little musical entertainment in the form of an African American original spirit. Before I turn to the next White, the Plantation Singers, please allow me to tell you a little bit about the spirit. So what is a spirit? Anybody know? No answer. I'm going to tell you. I found many people confuse spirituals with gospel music. Spirituals are sung a cappella. They originated in our nation during the period of slavery and all contain a religious theme, as you will see tonight. Spirituals, in fact, are the predecessors to today's gospel music. Rather, gospel music evolved from the spirituals. Spirituals contain a distinct West African singing style known as call and response, or lead a chorus. You'll hear the Plantation Singers doing that tonight. But that is what makes it a true African American original in one of this nation's earliest art forms. Many of the songs originated in South Carolina, and some are very unique to old plantations on the Ashley, Cooper, Columbia, Santee, and Waccamaw rivers, as well as throughout the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia. The majority of the enslaved Africans arrived in North America from Charleston and brought with them their beautiful custom and style of singing that was later to become spiritual. As a matter of fact, the spirituals are so closely linked to our state's past, more than any other state, that in 1999, the governor of South Carolina, Governor Jim Hodges, signed the bill making the spiritual the official state music. One historian was quoted as saying, and I quote, the spirituals are as defining of music of South Carolina as the blues are of Mississippi. The late Booker T. Washington best described spirituals as the spontaneous outbursts of intense religious fervor, having their origin chiefly in camp meetings, the revivals, and in other religious gatherings. The music of these songs goes to the heart because it comes from the heart. It certainly goes to the mind when we mesmerized with it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the mighty Plantation Singers. The group's director, Annette White, utilized her degree in music and theater to help create a very positive and uplifting entertainment experience. Locally, the group has performed on the Piccolo Park at Splendid Festival USA. The group has also performed on several television stations. Nationally, the group has performed in Cornelius, Door Knock Dinners, the B. Allen Smith Garden Show. Internationally, the group has performed on the Relay Chateau Hotel Conference in Naples, Italy, the Soaring World Music Festival in South Korea, and the Gospel Festival in Spain. The group also has performed in most of Charleston's historic sites and homes as well as major resorts, plantations, and reception sites. The Plantation Singers played an important role in the preservation of the spiritual and the sacred music of the low country of South Carolina. The group has been awarded the prestigious Three Sisters Award given by the Committee to Save the City. This award was given in recognition of the Plantation Singers' contribution to the special character of Charleston. Local artist Red Thurman has also featured the group are our end of West Virginia. They performed for General William Westmoreland, Prince of Scotland, George Silver, Hollywood producer, of course, Mayor of Charleston, Mayor of Mount Pleasant, the Cato family, the Cato fashion stores, and many, many more. And guess what? Tomorrow, they will be performing at Hall's Chop House. We'll get a delicious breakfast as well.
Downtown on King Street.
Plantation Singers are well known for their ability to reach out and draw a crowd into their performance. So get ready, and now give you a like the premier spiritual singers of our area, who sing the spirituals as only they can. Mighty Plantation Singers.
Okay, I'm taking this off. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's Hannah do? Okay, now those of you who are from our place, y'all know that was Della, or how are you doing? But no, you can't answer that way. Repeat after me. After you fight. Now we're gonna try that one more time. How Hannah do? There you go. There you go. Thank you, baby. All right. So we are always very, very happy to do this Black History program for the town of Mount Pleasant. We've been doing it for a number of years now. Of course, obviously, it's been a couple of years because of other things that's been going on around the world. Hi, we back. So, yeah, Plantation Singers. We've been in now, you guys, 25 years. And we are one of the groups in Charleston that represent the music of the Gullah Geechee culture. Also, too, I have one of my wonderful sweetgrass speakers today, Ms. Singleton. And everything you see on that table, her me. Later in the program, she's going to talk a little bit about that because there is no culture, even though we do the music, but that's also a big part of the culture as well. So, let me tell you, now Matt touched on it a little bit, but there are 4 key elements of spiritual music. He mentioned one, call and response. And you get ready to see that in a little bit. One of the others is that it's part of an oral tradition, meaning that these songs have been passed down from generation to generation. I myself learned a lot of these songs in church. And from my mom, she's not here tonight, she's the matriarch of the group, but she's 92 now, no longer sings on the front line, and she's like, I don't feel like coming out tonight. But I learned these old songs from my mom. And then here's my daughter, who's turned 21 now. She grew up learning these songs, so she's part of that next generation. So it's part of an oral tradition. The songs are very rhythmic. That's number 3. And number 4, the songs are very improvisational. We very seldom do the song the same way twice. We're right. But we just kind of sing them how we feel. So 25 years ago, when I started this group, we adopted the signature song, where our motto first is keep the light shining. Our signature song is this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. So, something that you guys are gonna learn tonight is gonna be called Gullah Geechee Clap. But I'll let you know when to do that. But in my meantime, you can sing along with us and pat your feet and clap, okay? All right. Now, what Matt said was that these songs are a cappella. Yes, they are. However, when they moved into the church, we started adding a whole lot of other flavors. Organs, pianos, guitars, bass, you know. So tonight, I have one of my wonderful musicians here, Miss Evelyn Holmes, and she's going to play piano with us on this little line of mine that I'm putting on the story and make it sing. All right, Evelyn, give me a seat. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. at the King Street location. You know, the halls has got a whole lot more restaurants. When we started with them almost 8 years ago, they had 2. The one we sing at now, and Rita's out of Folly Beach. They require a whole lot more property since then. So we are there. We've been there every Sunday, just about since September 2014. We out here, right? We're gonna be there tomorrow. We sure are. So we sing for 3 hours there. And we pretty much do it non-stop. So they're like, you sing for 3 hours, man, yes and no. We do add instrumental pieces in between. And so we're going to do one of our instrumental pieces right now called Walking Up the King's Highway. all of my positions. And he gives me all of my medicine in the prayer. Yeah. So, one of the main reasons why I started up my group, the Plantation Singers, was for preservation, education, and celebration of the Gullah Geechee country, the Gullah Geechee culture, as it pertains to South Carolina, the South Carolina country. And so, and also, my other reason for starting up the group at that time was to give my mama something to do in time. Yeah. So, we do a lot of things for that purpose. One of the things that we did early on is we recorded 3 CDs, which, now it's not right now, but we're going to get them back in. We did a DVD early on. And we started doing full-on Gullah shows. And the schools, a lot of our Pleasant schools, we have come in and done performances. We do a 60-minute Gullah Geechee show with the kids and teach them a little bit about the culture. We're good for 3rd graders and 8th graders of South Carolina history. We go into the public libraries. In fact, the Charleston County public libraries do carry 2 of our CDs. And we just do a lot. Wherever we can go to sing these songs, we do. For whatever occasion. You know, we do Low Country weddings, and we sing these songs right there. Same song. And we had other songs in too. But one of the things that I'm most proud of, and I'm proud of everything that we do, is something that Jim Faye and me and my daughter are part of. We are part of the Gullah Theater at Moon Plantation. Jennifer Faye is one of the presenters. She's a presenter. She's 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, yes. My daughter and I, we are just subs. So we're there just to kind of help out Jennifer Faye and the other ladies that own property. When they can't be there, then we'll come in and do some shows at Boone Hall. One thing that Boone Hall is getting ready to do is they're getting ready to put together a CD. We've been asked, of course, to record. In fact, we're going to do that next month. Jennifer Faye and the other Gullah presenters have also been asked to sing on those CDs. That CD as well. So I think you guys start recording next month, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. First of next month. So, that's a good way to continue to preserve the culture. Boone Hall has an excellent Gullah Geechee program, and I'm so glad that we are part of that. Of course, you know Mr. Willie, who's no longer with us. He loved us, and we loved him. He called, we called. And so Liz now is running things over there, and she's calling every couldn't. So we're going to do, I promised Jennifer that we would not record this song, but she's going to record it. But we're going to sing it tonight. It is a Gullah song entitled, Me Done Done What You Tell People Do. Yeah, but that's Gullah for I done done what you told me to do. Very simple. And we're going to get Michael to read Me Done Done.
All right, now, Michael,
Okay, Michael, we ready for you, Daddy.
Oh, me done done. Oh, me done done. Oh.
a part of the program that I'm taking requests. I already know what Matt wants. And we're gonna do them. That's Swing Low, Sweet Cherry. And I have my friends here from last night. See, last night, we actually sang at the Francis Marion Hotel for a Black History banquet. And so, of course, we run into a whole lot of people that know us from halls and other programs and stuff like this. So I didn't know if my family would come tonight, but they like down by the riverside. So I figured somebody gonna request that. So we're gonna do that one too anyway. So I got 2 requests, 2 that I know we're gonna do. I like to do Miss Shree. That's number 3, Shree. Does anybody have one that we add to that? You got it. That's Shree. Hold on to the number. That's Shree. And I might bring it up. So, Eddie, let's do, we're going to swing low some cherry first. And then the bed will have to come, okay? Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good. And looking out for me. Okay, so, well, you know, the other week, about 3 weeks ago, I was watching TV. I like to watch Good Morning America. That's one of my favorites. And they, on the third hour, this is around 1 o'clock, one day, I saw them pull up a segment on our sweetgrass basket weavers here in Mount Pleasant, along 17 North. So, look guys, Mount Pleasant is sure enough worldwide now, because they did a wonderful segment on our sweetgrass weavers here in the Mount Pleasant community. And they interviewed several of the basket weavers, which Jennifer would know them.
I was there.
Oh, you was there or not? She can tell you, she can tell you about it.
I was there. My fingers, my hands, and individuals.
Okay. All right.
My body was there, but my hands and individuals.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was like, what? So, it was a wonderful segment. They did a wonderful job. Good Morning America did a wonderful job with that. And so, Mount Pleasant's on the map, y'all. Show them. It was on the map before, it's on the map now. So I want Jennifer to come to y'all and tell you a little bit about her weaving sweetgrass basket. What generation are you? She's 5th generation. And your sons? 6th generation. So, and at the end of our program, I have a little info tape out there that says Plantation Singers. All that information is free. Help yourselves. Anything on that table. Some talks about the color, some talks about the sweetgrass basket tradition and other things. So help yourself after the program, and also see Jennifer and see what she's doing over there, okay? But Jennifer, I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead now.
Well, since you done put me out there and say Good Morning America, let me tell you where we was at. Y'all know where the South State Bank is. Y'all know those basket stands are. It's right over there. Good Morning America got in contact with one of my sweetgrass Gullah Geechee goddess basket weavers of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, her and Annie Jefferson, well, Cayenne told Jefferson. And she called us up, the lady who behind her back, she called us all up. She said, I'm gonna be on Good Morning America, and you goddesses need to be there behind my back. So we was there, and they said that they wanted some pictures of our hands. Now, if y'all know anything about Sweetgrass Basket, our hands are always moving. So I did something very small, like a bracelet, because I want to do it slow. I wanted all my little ugly fingers inside that picture. All these little, curves and creeps and wrinkles in that picture. Because I felt as though we was going to be a part of America's history, not just African American history or Gullah Geechee history. It was going to be a part of America's history, and your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids going to see this for years and years and years and years to come. And hopefully it does not die out with our generation. Miss Nancy, raise your hand. She's another Gullah Geechee goddess, one of our basket weavers. About a year ago, what's that group called? Bluebird Philanthropy got in touch with us to join a group called Hands to Heritage. It only made me a basket weaver, what was the word? I can't remember right now. What did they call us?
The queens.
Not queens. The other word. But they put us in a master class of master weavers. So it was 10 ladies from Charleston, it was 10 ladies from Rwanda. So that made 20 ladies that made the master weavers class, right? Well, Mayor Tecklenburg actually did a dedication of us back in November. So these Sweetgrass baskets, we're going somewhere with it. It might have died 8 times. It died 8 times. If y'all look at history, it died 8 times and it came back every time because we are not dying. If I die and there's a basket in my hand, you know why. It was something that I love. It was something that came from my heart. It was something that I grew up doing. These baskets at one point in time was known as, oh, those are the poor people that need baskets. Good Morning America don't think so. But what I'm trying to say is these baskets have put us in a place today, from back when our ancestors did it, today, to where we can pass it on as a gift. And not only did they weave the baskets in different ways, but we weave it in different ways also. Did y'all not know that there's no specific pattern? There's no specific pattern. Everything that we do is up here. When it comes out, it comes out. If it comes out right, if it comes out right, okay. If it doesn't come out right, it's still a basket, right? You'll never know when I made a mistake. Because I make that as the pattern of the basket. It's just like if you was making a quilt. How many of y'all ever seen a quilt that had a patch that wasn't supposed to be there? But in our mind, it probably wasn't supposed to be up there. In your mind, you'll never know. There's the art of the design of the weaver or the maker of the artist of what comes out of what you do. Sweetgrass, bulrush, kindness, and palm straw. There were many times that I was at the city market where they thought my grass box was a trash can. Well, literally it is. But I got grass and stuff, so it's not a trash can, right? But when you take those fibers and you turn it into something magnificent, as in a basket that won't look like a basket. Who can tell me what this is? Go ahead. Yeah, she knows. It is an elephant. It is an elephant. This was one of our challenges. Our challenge was to make something that you've never made before. My favorite animal is one of those big old gray elephants. So I made two. I made 2 elephants. One's gone, one's still here. Why did I make elephants? Because they're majestic creatures. They are creatures of our motherland. Baskets, elephants, they go hand in hand, right? You probably will never see another elephant made like this before because, like I said before, it is the creation of the artist. Why are there so many many baskets in Charleston. This is Charleston's art. Number one art. Grandfather clocked in. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? One of the art you're gonna see all down Highway 17, down in the city market. These were utilitarian baskets before they were creations. So when you go to a basket weaver, you stop by a basket weaver and you look at their creation, don't ask them if they still make the basket because it's in their hands. Ask them, how did they get involved? How did they like the craft? What can they make that they've never made before, and get their minds moving? Make them do creative things that they have never done before. Let me tell you something, when I get something that someone said, well, I want so-and-so done and we're creating, that is the funnest time in my life. To throw something together that I've never thrown together before, and if it don't come out right, I've done 5 of them before. But you will never know. I am Jennifer Singleton, South Carolina, Sweetgrass Gullah Geechee Weaver. I'm also a Gullah Geechee storyteller at Boone Hall Plantation from Wednesday through Saturday. So if you have any family in town, come see me over there.
Remember, she's there 4 days a week at Blue Hall. And she also has her sweetgrass baskets and stuff there where she's doing her other storytelling as well, because she incorporates that into your storytelling. Yeah. Jennifer, see, she's part of the Plantation Singer family because, see, you can't separate any part of what we do concerning the culture. Okay, yeah, we primarily do the songs. But we also include the sweetgrass basket weavers and weaving. We also include the Gullah storytelling. We also talk a little bit when we do our, especially when we do our shows for the kids, we talk about the foods that come out of the culture that everybody enjoys today. So you just can't leave anything out. It's all wrapped into one because it truly is a circle unbroken. It goes round and round and round. Okay, Jennifer. Okay, so, Eddie, you ready? Yeah, we got on this side. Okay, Michael, I want you to help Eddie. So you got to go. Okay, so y'all, Eddie, you just go ahead You know, we love the low country of South Carolina, Charleston, Mount Pleasant, everything that is a part of the culture. So we don't stay here in Charleston. We don't stay in the area. We do travel. We've traveled overseas 3 times. By invitation, mind you. But then people pay for us to come. They invited us and they paid for us to come. We went to Naples, Italy. That was our first trip overseas. And we actually went because Charleston Place Hotel used to use us a whole lot. We would do, in a typical month, it was not uncommon for us to do 15 to 20 engagements for them every month. A long time. So they asked us to go to Naples and sell a package with Relais and Chateau. Relais and Chateau, if you don't know, is an organization of over 800 5-star hotel owners from all over the world. So we said, okay, we'll go. They picked our wedding hall. Of course, Hank Holiday was a part of that. So we went over, we performed for them, and we hung out with them too. We got a chance to go to Pompeii with them and the Royal Palace, and they became our friends. And so they said, okay, when we come to Charleston, y'all gonna hang with us like you were hanging here? I said, sure. So I get back over here, said, okay, y'all, we coming. But you better be sure we available to be there with them. And so they did, they came. It was wonderful. Our second trip overseas, we were invited by the South Korean government, and they paid our way to represent South Carolina and the entire United States in their World Music Festival. You see, they recognize these old songs as part of a very deep history in this country. So we went and spent the week with them and performed. One of our performances was with the largest Christian church in South Korea. I know it had been 20,000 plus people. They were so big, they had their own cafeteria. And they served us a lot of kimchi. Our third trip over was a 14-day tour of the northern part of Spain, which included Barcelona and Madrid. Out of those 14 days, we did 10 performances. And they had a bus for us. They had a road manager, all good things. But we were invited there for Gospel Fest. So these same songs we sing for y'all tonight, we took them right overseas. And you know, I didn't realize how well those folks knew our songs. You know, I had a little schedule set as to what we were going to do, first song, second song, this. They would be there in the audience calling out songs. So I said, okay, yeah, we can do that. So I just tore up that paper and said, let's just do it. And that's what we started doing. We did 60 minutes, regular performance, and 30 minutes of encores every night that we performed there. One of the songs always requested was Amazing Grace. So we do 4 verses, and then we add an amen at the end. Okay? So Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. If you want to hear more of the Plantation Singers, well, we all over that internet. We got YouTube stuff, we got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So, but if you want to see us in person, please come and visit us on Sundays at Hall's Chop House between 10 and 1, because from 1 to 3 is another wonderful dynamic duo, Miss Brenda Latoya and Miss Larry Ford. They just go ahead and carry the brunch out to 3 o'clock. We start it off and they finish it off. So that's where we're at every week. But we're also going to be doing some other performances in the area. Next month, starting next month, we will be performing for the Historic Charleston Foundation. And we're going to be doing like 4 performances in a row for them, starting mid-March. Also in April, the latter part of April, we are going to be a part, and I think I have some flyers back there now. We're going to be a part of the Charleston Jazz Fest. So a few of these songs that we do, we're going to kind of jazz them up, so it's going to be a little twist on it. And we're actually going to be singing at Forte Jazz Lounge on the street. So we got those wonderful performances coming up, plus some other things, but we just put it up on the computer. So that so if you want to check us out, please check us out. Now, Jennifer, tell them a little bit about how to get in touch with you. Aside from home.
I am on Facebook as Singleton, or you can go on my Facebook page, Express Baskets, and you can also come up and get a business card or brochure from me personally tonight.
Okay. Also, too, I have Jennifer's information back there as well. So either way, if you don't come go there. All right? Okay, so we're going to finish with our last song. I sure appreciate you all staying, and I hope that you enjoyed what we've done here at Christ Church. We always enjoy the time of Mount Pleasant inviting us to come and do this for them every year. We usually do it the second Saturday in February. every Saturday each month. I do understand that someone from the International African American Museum will be coming somewhere in Mount Pleasant. And I'm glad to hear that because guess what? You're gonna see us. Matt, where you at? Matt, say something because you and I met with Reverend Jenkins.
Yeah, we're trying to get a visual symbol, if you will, a state symbol, visually, a logo. You know, I guess that's what we're looking for. We want the school children and everybody throughout the state. We don't want it to be yours and mine and them. We want it to be a state, involvement. And we're working on that very hard for when the International African American Museum opens in November next year. You'll hear more about it. Stay tuned.
Yes, you will. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, he and I met with Reverend Demet Jenkins in November, and we had a very long, nice meeting with her. She is the educational coordinating director for the International African American Museum. So, we want the spiritual music to be included in the museum, and we actually, because of Colonel Chandler, there's a bill, so we're just gonna try to get a copy of that and do some other things too. So we're gonna include that because there's so many aspects of Gullah Geechee culture that we need to preserve. Remember, we're about preservation, education, and celebration of the culture. All right, y'all, we're gonna finish this thing out. Our closing song is going to be When the Saints Go Marching. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when I in that world, when the saints go marching in,
started it. So thank you so much. And we're so